DeleteLawz begs his fans for donations after losses. Jose "Chili de Castro sat in his studio late Wednesday night into Thursday morning making a direct plea for donations. He said that he had 75 requests for free digital copies on Wednesday to one actual sale of a trifold on his site, and he begged his fans to hit the donate button and just give him $1 or $2 to make it all worthwhile. This was a new Chili de Castro. Well, newer than we've seen. The splotch on his nose now apparently permanent, baseball cap adorning his head after recently released photos showed how white and bald the top of his head had become. He looked frail as he angrily spoke about his beliefs that all police officers were devils and demons and should be dealt with. As he went into a rant about his poor internet connection and how he'd immediately be switching to Starlink the next morning because Elon Musk will provide the future. Some of his fans openly wondered how he'd afford the $600 buy-in for the dish, let alone the $100 plus a month service charges for the satellite service. He went into his usual spiel about how women were worthless in the military, emergency services, police force, and in the fire department, and demanded the immediate firing of the current Los Angeles fire chief, Kristen Crowley. His beef with Crowley was not for her alleged mismanagement of the recent fires that devastated the area, but, of course, because she was a woman and would be unable to carry a fat guy down a ladder. He has contended that women are inferior to men in anything to do with physicality, and De Castro's fans may have been reminded of his previous claims that he could fight any woman, or any 3 women in a group at age 50 without a problem. He also had claimed that when he was 35, there wasn't a man alive who could have defeated him in a fight, but will stifle the laughter at that claim as his 35 was 15 years past him. De Castro would briefly feature on panel a woman named Monica who would talk about how her dog was shot by a police officer in McAlester, Oklahoma, last year around the time of De Castro's jailing. This brought out De Castro's character JD, who promptly got hung up on when he attempted to prank call the McAlester Police Department at midnight. He'd eventually go into another rant about how all police officers should face a mandatory 10-year prison sentence if they were found to violate anyone's civil rights. He wanted 20 years but settled for 10 as it would apparently be easier to get through the legislature when he's a combined mayor/governor/president of whatever universe he was living in at the moment. His plea for donations came again as he explained that he gave out his 5A cop cards for free to any person at risk he saw in public, i.e. black person, and he didn't have a racist bone in his body. But he needed your money, through donations or sales, if he was going to survive his current financial crisis. So hit that like button, hit that donation button, and by God give until your wallet bleeds, y'all. De Castro would live stream again Thursday night, which we'll cover in a future article.